Hello, YouTube. So anyway, it's kind of late. What is today? Sunday. It's Sunday, and it's like it's 10:07 p.m. and my surgery is the day after tomorrow. And it's not that I'm like afraid or nervous. Actually, right now I'm very tranquil and actually very subdued. I think because I've been sipping some wine, but I mean, like, about the surgery, I'm very subdued. But otherwise, like, right now, I feel like would be a good time to do a quick vlog, or at least a start to maybe a start to a longer vlog. I don't know. But anyhow, so yeah, when it comes to the surgery in a couple days, I'm actually very subdued and not worried. I'm very calm. I'm not anxious. Not right now anyway, but otherwise, just in general, like, my brain is kind of just racing, and I feel like I need to talk, and I need to tell you things, and and just kind of vent and get it out. So anyhow, yeah, so I don't know if you can see, like, the lights in here are relatively dim, and I'm in my spinny chair, and my spinny desk chair. I can, like, twirl around. See? I'm twirling around in my room. Anyway, yeah, my brain is kind of racing, and I guess it's really just part of having bipolar disorder, is you could go the whole day being perfectly calm and perfectly fine, and then at the end of the day, like, you're, like, thinking about everything that happened, like, during the day. You're thinking about it, and you can't help it, and your brain is about to just burst into this, like, speed, like, I mean, it feel like a Saturn V rocket. You just want to, like, everything you've been thinking about just needs to kind of just come out like this burst of, like a floodgate opening, and it's hard to explain. I mean, so anyway, so yeah, I'm talking a bit, but anyway, yeah. The day after tomorrow is my surgery. It's going to be on Tuesday, and I have to be at the hospital at 11:30. Yeah, that's right, 11:30. So yeah. And they decided that they were going to go ahead and do a hysterectomy, because before I had said that it was going to be on Monday, and they were going to do a salpingectomy, which is a removal of the tubes, the fallopian tubes, and they were going to do an ablation of the uterine lining, which is basically where they scald or burn or cook or do something to the endometrium, the inside of the uterus, so that the tissue can't regrow, and therefore a woman basically has very light periods afterwards, or stops getting them, period. So anyway, they decided that because of my pain problems and my other issues I have, since, I mean, I'm not gonna have any more kids anyway, and just the amount of pain and agony that I'm in, that they're just gonna go ahead and take it out. So, and I'm, like, really, really relieved, just because I will never have to, like, worry about uterine cancer, and I'll never have to worry about birth control, obviously. I mean, it's part of the goal of this whole thing. So yeah, they're gonna take the whole thing out, and the surgery will probably go a whole lot more quickly. And one thing that's interesting is I found out that they use Da Vinci machinery actually to perform this surgery. And basically what that means is the doctor, or the surgeon, is sitting at a console where she has a screen in front of her where she can see what the scope sees, basically the inside of my abdominal cavity. And she has these controls she's using to control, like, little machine arms, like little ones, like little robotic machine arms inside my body. And the advantage of having mechanized or robotic surgical equipment, as opposed to having a person sitting and doing it, is that it takes less time, because a robot can't get tired. Whereas a human surgeon, can get tired and say, okay, we gotta stop for 5 minutes, or whatever, or something like that. Like, the machine, though, can just keep going and going, and the surgeon can just sit at the console and control the machine, and everything's fine. So, yeah. And yeah, I'm not nervous about that at all. So that's actually made me a lot happier. Oh, and also with Da Vinci Robotics, like, the end of the tools are more, like, they're finer, and the doctor can make more precise like cuts and movements with the tools. And also the ends of the tools are actually wristed, which means that like okay, like the end of the tool, like it can bend and then turn like a human wrist. So the surgeon can make these really intuitive, precise movements. Whereas with conventional laparoscopic surgery, the surgeon has to basically rough handle all of the organs around the uterus in order to move them out of the way to make room and do this and do that and hold something aside. And so, yeah, with the Da Vinci robotics, actually it's going to take a whole lot less time and things are going to be a whole lot more precise. There will be less bleeding that way. And yeah, it's all good. And I've so many of my fears have been just completely like put to rest. So yeah, I'm not worried. So anyway, yeah, I was considering going to work tomorrow, but then several people told me, and they were like, no, you need to just stay home. Like, if you've already been approved and scheduled to be off anyway for this surgery, then just stay home. Otherwise, all that's going to happen is you're going to go to work Monday, and the kids are just going to piss you off and stress you out. And I'm like, these people are probably right. Like, right now I'm calm and subdued, but that could change on a dime. I mean, I haven't been under anesthesia since I was 16 years old, so sorry about the wobbliness I'm having. I'm holding the camera because my tripod is, well, I mean I can see it, but I just don't feel like dealing with it, and there's no room on my on my table to put the tripod, really. See, there it is, up there, like, by the, underneath that bumper sticker that says old school means real. Yeah. So that's where my tripod is. I just don't feel like dealing with it. But anyway, yeah, so, and tomorrow I'm supposed to be cooking dinner. I'm gonna cook barbecue chicken, and it's gonna be bourbon barbecue, and it's gonna be my own recipe. So, it's barbecue chicken. And my mom is going to make these really awesome, like, buttery and parsley covered potatoes that she makes. And the vegetable is going to be Brussels sprouts, but I'm going to do the Brussels sprouts, like, maybe kind of like in a casserole dish. Like, I'm going to blanch them, like, early in the day and get them, like, partially cooked. And then I'm going to stick them in the refrigerator to get them cool. And then when they're cool, once they're cool, I'm going to cut them all in half. All the little Brussels sprouts. I'm gonna cut them all in half, and then I'm gonna like rummage them around in a bowl, like with some butter and some onion and some salt and pepper and some garlic and some paprika and some mustard seed maybe, just to get them like really good and seasoned so that they have that like really good, like, ooh, like that punch to them. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to squish them down into a casserole dish, and I might cover them with Parmesan cheese. I haven't decided yet. So, ooh. Ooh. Did you guys hear that? Shh, shh. Wow. I don't know if you guys just heard that, but like thunder just crashed outside. See the window? My little tiny window? Yeah, thunder just crashed outside. And actually, it's the first time I've heard thunder since, like, October, and I love the sound of thunder. I love the sound of rain. I love the sound of thunder, especially in the springtime. Like, because rain, it makes the flowers grow, and that's really wonderful, because I love spring flowers, even though I don't love what they do to me. Like, they make me sneeze, they make my throat itch, they make my face itch, they make my chest get all, like, full of gunk. And they make boogers, like, in my eyeballs. I like boogers in my eyeballs. I don't like boogers in my eyeballs. But I do love flowers because they're pretty and they smell nice. So, it just occurred to me, like, I've never actually received flowers from anyone before, I don't think. No one I've ever dated has ever given me flowers. And nobody I know has ever, like, brought me, like, flowers, whether it's, like, a pot or a bouquet or whatever, so... But I mean, I enjoy flowers outside. So, in fact, last week I cut the front yard for the first time, first cut of the season, and like I found a little spot of where some grape hyacinths were growing. Grape hyacinths are like really tiny hyacinths, and they get these like little round purple flowers on them, and they're small. I mean, like the tallest stalk is like maybe 8 or 9 inches, if that even. And they're purple and they're so cute and so pretty. And there's like one little tiny patch of them growing in the front yard, and I didn't have the heart to mow over them, so I just basically just mowed around them. And I told my mom, I'm like, and my dad, I'm like, I'm not gonna mow over those flowers, so if you don't like it, that's just too fucking bad. Like, you better not touch those flowers. You better just leave them the fuck alone and let them grow, because they're pretty and they're cute and I like them. So, and that's just how it is. So there. So yeah, okay, I've been talking for, let's see, what time was it? It was 10:07 when I first started talking. The time is now 10:08. Oh, can you hear it? I can hear the rain, like, hitting the ground. Let's go over here for a second. Let's just go over here for a second. Shh. Can you hear that? Can you hear it? Can you hear it now? Can you hear the rain falling? I mean, it's very light. It sounds like it's very, very light. I mean, it literally sounds like one of those rainmaker cactus things. You know those rainmaker cactus things where it's like a piece of a cactus and it's been dried out and the prickles have been put inside the cactus and it's been sealed at both ends, and you turn it upside down and it goes shh, and like all the little cactus prickles like fall through and it sounds like rain, and they all settle, then you turn it the other way and it does the same thing. Yeah, that's literally what it sounds like. Man, I loved those things when I was a kid. Like, I still wish I had one. Like, I used to, like, constantly ask for those things for Christmas. Like, back in the day when, like, the Nature Company was still at the mall. Do you guys remember the Nature Company? Like, I mean, like, if you grew up in the 1980s and 1990s, like, there had to have been a Nature Company store at your shopping mall, and they sold those things, and like I miss it horribly because I always wanted one. I asked for one for Christmas every year and like never really got one. I can hear the rain. Okay, that's enough. So yeah, it's very dimly lit in here, so, and I'm not wearing any of my makeup or anything. Like, I look like a total sea hag. So yeah, my dark circles and my zits. Yeah, my lovely zits. Yep, my big giant forehead. Yeah, went and got my hair. I finally went and got my hair dyed. Yesterday, actually. My roots were showing and I was turning brown. Yeah, my natural color is brown. So, but yeah, I finally went and got my hair dyed because it was looking really bad. Anyway, yeah, my brain is no longer racing. Thank you for watching my stupid video, and I guess existing so you can watch said video, so that YouTube exists, so that I can talk when my brain is just like... So, yeah. Okay. I've been talking too much, so I'm going to shut the camera off. Toodaloo.